What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, and my fighters, and I guess my From fans? I'm One Eye Bry, also known as PT. Don't know if I'm winking or blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about From Season 2, Episode 1, and who is this person? Spoiler warning for all things From, especially for Season 2, Episode 1. If you don't know what we're talking about, stop watching now. But the episode was great. Season 2 is off to a great start. But From is a show that's on MGM+. I think you can watch it on Prime as well. But I want to talk about this guy. And sorry it goes from light to dark because it was kind of dark in the cave. But who is this guy? And why does he look like a medieval area environment here? Boyd with a gun pointing it at him. The guy wants to be killed. We didn't get his name. The other question is how did he or did someone else drop the rope down to Boyd that was in the, I want to say cave or well. But what's going on here? That's the whole question we ask pretty much every episode. What's going on here? Boyd went into the tree, and he went here, and we don't know where Sarah went. She's not even in the episode, I believe. But I have to say, every episode, they do a good job, like giving us a piece of information and then making us question everything we know about the show. But again, Boyd is at the bottom of this well, I'm guessing is what this is, and he's trapped. How's he going to get out? Well, someone drops a rope to him, and it sounds like the guy that's chained up. So how did he get the rope? I really hope it's explained. But either way, Boyd gets the rope, and he starts climbing up, and he gets out of the well, which is great because that's got to suck. I was getting a little claustrophobic myself watching this, like, oh man, how's Boyd going to get out of this? And then, why does he see his son Ellis? Ellis is not really there, but it's in his mind. Is this all about playing on your fears and mind games? But then we have a bus come to the town from Grand Rapids, I guess, Michigan, right? We see Grand Rapids Runner, and that's what I think of as Michigan. They stop by the diner, and Elgin, I believe is his name, freaks out. And how does he know about this place? Again, another great setup for a story that we should find out this season. And I'm excited to find out what happens. Then there's the rain, and this lady's like, come on, dance with me. Wee, wee. And I had to laugh, but she was having a good time. So she was making the best of it. And I wonder what they choose to pick about the story to show us. And why is this lady a point of emphasis? Everyone's kind of hiding off the bus. And I'm like, why did they get off the bus? Just stay on the bus. Well, it probably smells like puke. Because again, Elgin, I have to comment about the red earphones, right? Red, all I see is red. My Walking Dead fans know what I'm talking about. But Elgin wakes up and he instantly knows where he is and why he's not supposed to be there or bad stuff is going to happen, right? Basically. So he ends up freaking out, puking, and I guess passing out. I just don't get why he knows this place, and hopefully it'll be answered. The guy puts him in a chokehold or whatever, tells him to try to calm down. Elgin pukes on him, and it's pretty gross. Not sure why he had to puke on him, but he's stressed out and he's freaked out, so we had that response. And I don't catch this guy's name, but luckily the rain hopefully gets out the puke, but we'll get out the smell. So either way, the pediatric nurse is working on Elgin. I didn't get her name. I don't believe. If you know the names, please let me know in the comments. But what's up with Elgin? Because he starts to go into a seizure when stuff starts happening in different parts of the episode. So he's connected somehow to this area or town or whatever you want to call it. But we see Christy looking through her bag after she takes care of this guy. And then she sees the woman that was taking care of Elgin. And somehow, by chance, what are the odds? It's her girlfriend or fiance, or I'm blanking on their relationship, but they're together, right? So what are the odds of that? How did she get here? And why is she here? It just, has to fit the story, of course, but what do you think? Why is it such a thing here about people being connected? I don't know. It's something to do with fears and maybe 7 deadly sins or whatever. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that I could see where it's going. And right now it's awesome. I'm excited to see where it goes. Hopefully stuff is answered. It's from the producers of Lost. And so I didn't watch that, but people said it started off great. And then it got crazy tangents, jumped the shark. But Kenny, sorry, you messed out with Christy because her girlfriend's there. So we'll see what happens there. But then we see the Matthews house starts to crumble. starts to fall apart. And it just kind of seems like a cosmic thing. Are these monsters or whoever's controlling this area able to rip apart a house or cause problems with the people? Because people were getting stuff done here with the radio and making progress. And then light bulbs explode, houses get destroyed, stuff happens, starts collapsing on itself. And I have to say that this girl running around was laughable. Did anybody else see how she was running with her elbows like so high? It was just a very unathletic run. It was kind of like an actor's run, but it just was like, man, that's pretty terrible. But Jim is trapped underneath the rubble, and so is the bartender and one of the other new people. So we'll have to see if the monsters get to them, because the way it ended, the monsters were probably going to come out the cave and go towards the town because they were burning daylight and they only come at night. But Jim says to go leave them in there, and they should be safe, right? Unless they can get inside somehow, some way. But again, this is before the house fell apart. And I like Jim, so I hope he sticks around. I like a lot of the Matthews family, which is good. You know, I think I like a lot more characters than I don't like. I don't remember not liking a lot of characters on the show, really, if any. But Jade is pretty funny. He's like trying to figure out stuff, and he's got this attitude. But it just starts raining on everything, and then the beam goes through the glass, and it's just chaotic at this house. So it's just, you know, they were making progress at the end of season 1, and then season 2 starts up right where season 1 ended, which is good. There was no time jump or anything. We get to see what the aftermath was of what they were doing, the car batteries, and, you know, the glass. I'm going to highlight it a little bit here, but it was pretty gruesome. I know it's, you know, props and practical stuff and maybe CGI, I don't know, somewhat, but it just, I felt bad for this woman, right? You know, it's probably fake glass and, you know, just stuck there with glue, but that sucks, right? And then she had an eye patch, which is never a good idea to have an eye patch. Just ask a bunch of people on The Walking Dead. But again, the right eye, you better watch out in the area. The right eye is where it's at. Kenny, I like Kenny. I like Donna. Like you said, I like a lot of the cast on the show. Who's your favorite characters? Let me know in the comments. So Jade is smoking a doobie here, and Ethan comes out, and he's like, you shouldn't smoke. You know smoking cigarettes is bad? He's like, it's not that kind of cigarette. I love when he's like, just do whatever you want, kid. I don't care, right? But Ethan and Jade are working together, which is a good team, I like. The picture, the guy in the picture with the journal, and the symbols in the journal. And then we see young Victor and the lunchbox. And it's crazy to think, if young Victor was there, how long has he been there? How many years? But the picture, Ethan, Jade working together. And I'm guessing the symbols are bad, because when is it a good symbol to see, right? So we see Victor and Tabitha in the caves underneath the town. We see this old suitcase. It says New York. It's got a bunch of stickers on it. See, you say New York, and I can't make out the bottom of the year on there. But it's just old. And underneath the town, it's like it's stuck in the, I don't know, 50s, like a different era. You see this nightgown, and she's like, what the? Like, what's going on here? Like, who are these people, and why are they dressed the way they are? I mean, they're monsters, so they don't look like regular people, but Victor is scared. Victor is worried. In the cave, she's talking. You're like, come on, quiet. And why are there, like, wheelchairs and old TVs and a clock? And it's just so weird down here. Like, what is this place? A bird cage with, I guess, birds in it? And it just looks like it looks like a storage container, right? And these old toys, the red canister, I don't know if that's an ice bucket or trash can or what that is, but red, all I see is red, right? We see the case, the trunk, the books, and then we see the ventriloquist doll, and we're definitely going to talk about that for sure. But we see, again, another trunk, an old TV, a super old TV. Like, what is that, the original TV ever made? But an old bike, probably black and white TV, rabbit ears, and then a monster that has, like, diner attire on, like a waitress. So you're like, who are these people? And how are they just surviving down here? They just sleep during the day and come out at night? And we see the time. Does this clock still work? I don't know what the time is. Is it like 9:12? Is that what the time is on there? Please let me know in the comments. And then we see the ventriloquist doll. And this freaks Victor out. Kind of reminds me of Goosebumps, like that one character on Goosebumps, the books. But Victor gets scared. And is the doll actually there? I don't know. And then we see this weird, like tower with rocks, like a target. And then a ball comes out and hits it and knocks it down. But why is this, I guess, person roll the ball, toss the ball, and knock this down? And it's like the child is playing, or creature, or whatever this thing was. But it's in like a cage or a confined area, like a holding cell, jail cell type of thing. And we see a glimpse of the thing inside there as Tabitha shines the light on it. And it just doesn't look like the others. Tabitha is freaked out, and I would be too. But when you get to see this, what am I looking at? Who is that? And then Victor says, you shouldn't have done that. Like, what is going on here? And it doesn't look like that, that's for sure. This cheerleader, that's like stuck in the 50s, right? And it's hard to see, but you see another monster, and it just looks like a gruesome creature, not like a regular person. And then the cheerleader gets up, there's a J on her sweater, and they start coming towards Victor and Tabitha. And Victor and Tabitha eventually escape, which is very good. And we didn't lose anybody this episode. And I don't know about you, but as soon as Victor and Tabitha found this cave entrance, well, exit entrance, whatever you want to call it, I'm like, you got to seal that up. Put some logs in front of it. Put some stuff in front of it. You know, start digging this thing in. Don't let these things out. Right? That's all I was thinking. It's like, I don't care where they're going. I'd be like, okay, you can't let these things out. If you block them in, they're stuck. You're safe. And we got to talk about Jade right here. So he's getting his marijuana cigarette ready. He sees the symbol. That's not actually there. Or is it there? And he's the only one that can see it. But it's there and then it's not. So then he's freaked out. And why is it blood? Or red at least. You know, why is it blood red? And then he looks to his left and we see this thing. The same ventriloquist doll. And then he's like, "Wah!" So then Jade's like, "Wah!" You know, screams at it. But it's not actually there. So what's that all about? There's no way to tell because he's in the room and then there's nothing on the wall and there's no dummy there. So why did Jade see the same dummy that Victor saw? I'm guessing it's the same, right? Why would it be two different ones? Because I would assume Victor was afraid of them as a child and that's why he saw it. But was Jade afraid of them too? Are they connected? I don't know. And who is this guy? We just don't know how to tell. Why is it like a medieval dungeon now where Boyd is? Are there different locales, different areas? I can't wait to find out, but it's a great start to a very good show. And I hope it's not one of those build it up, build it up, build it up, and then the payoff is like, wah, wah, wah. The build up is great, but the answers have to be even better. So let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, guys. You know, we talk about The Walking Dead on this channel, but we're going to be branching out, talking about different shows like From and movies, of course. But thank you guys either way. Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. Stay safe. And as always, tell them Daryl.
Yo, we love you guys.